Hi everybody, and welcome back to Caelus City. My name is OPT Lawyer. Joining me on this amazingly awesome romp, Norastra, Cham, Tej. Guys, why are you here again?
You asked
Someone
us?
said y'all want to play a game.
I guess that is kind of my fault.
I was
isn't it?
promised I didn't have to wear pants.
I mean, you never have to wear pants.
Exactly.
Indeed, right. So, issue 3, titled The Cat's Eye. Last time, if I am recalling correctly, which may not happen, there was a Kit Kat cannon involved.
That's right.
That was me spending team selfishly.
Yeah. So you guys went to save the life of that child whose name, for some odd reason, I can't remember off the top of my head, Brandon. He was infected by the weaponized version of DP-50, which Cal figured out. Also figured out that the anti-paralytic that they gave him wasn't going to help, so he spent the day figuring out how to make it better, and went to the hospital, ran into a doctor who actually listened to him, and Dr. Hatford. And then suddenly the hospital gets attacked. Dr. Hatford is kidnapped, but the child seems perfectly fine.
And then we went to Golden Corral.
There was actually an additional thing that happened, though.
Oh no, I'm sure there is, because I'm missing a few things, but what's up?
We also went back to check on Cal's brother Daniel.
Oh yeah.
And there was like a mysterious text that was sent warning him of his brother's imminent trouble.
To Daniel's phone about...
Correct.
Yes. So, time has passed. It is now Monday. And well, I guess I should back up a bit. On the cover, it's kind of a half cover. We've got a view of Cal and Apollo in Cal's lab doing, sciencey things, I'm sure. What would Cal be doing? Just like, beginning of the day kind of a thing.
Well, I think the more important question is, what is the cat doing first?
Fair.
Oh, the cat's playing games and streaming.
Alright, so we just have... So the stream is on Apollo, twitch.tv/TDC Apollo, by the way.
It's a real stream.
It is a real thing. We did make it. Yeah, twitch.tv/TDC Apollo. He is therefore there streaming. Pause stretch, as you can see by the wonderful art. And just in the background, you just hear random, damn it! Damn it! As random explosions are happening in the background that are clearly chemical in nature.
It adds to the stream quality.
Apollo, I need your tail!
You just see the camera kind of like it's facing me, and behind Apollo, you just see these poofs of smoke coming up.
It's like, it's the Michael Bay of Twitch streams.
Apollo, I need your tail! Help!
And on the other half is Sync sitting in the classroom. So, we're going to, in fact, open the comic book. We're going to start with Sync. Sync!
Oh, sweet.
It is the day of your chemistry test, which Cal helped you study for, if you recall.
I do.
Great. I'm glad you recalled that, because, as it turns out, I have a thing for this for you. Alright, so, when you take an exam after studying, roll the label you used to study. If I remember correctly, you rolled superior.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, you did.
On a plus 10, you not only aced the exam, you scored the highest in the class. Mark potential, clear condition, and take +1 forward on your next study roll, as you realize how useful studying is.
I don't want that.
7 to 9.
The goal is to not get a 10.
7 to 9. You passed, and you did well. Your grade is well above average, too. You may clear a condition and take +1 forward on your next study roll. Miss, you passed, but barely. You're not really sure studying helped all that much. Note, before rolling, you may spend the 1 hold you gained from studying. If you do, you have the option of not rolling at all. If you choose not to roll, you get the following result. You pass, your grade is slightly above average. You may clear a condition.
I also got to add +1 if I had Cal help me with studying, didn't I? Wasn't that
for, yeah, that was for the studying roll.
Right. Oh, I see. It was a hold +1 against Chem. I see.
Yeah. That's what the hold's for. You could basically skip the roll and just, like, go between 10 and 7.
Huh.
8.32 gigawatts.
Exactly.
So if I roll a 10, I am required to take that result, right?
Yes.
Just because you realize how useful studying is doesn't mean you have to do it again.
It's not that. I don't want to do the best in the class. Sync does not want to be the best here.
Like no one ever was?
No! Defiantly was my real test!
I trained them as my cause. Because I trained Sync.
Yes, he did.
And I have a cat that does it! I am a freaking Pokemon trainer! I have a studying fox and an attacking cat! I'm a Pokemon trainer!
Okay, let's just roll this with the plus superior. I don't get the bonus, right? Because that was only for the whole.
That was for the study. Yeah, yeah. That the idea is here because you studied, you pass no matter what.
I see.
Because if you don't study, there's a different set for this.
You don't have enough badges, by the way.
No, I don't.
For Apollo to listen to me?
Yeah, that won't happen.
No, I do. I have the food badge.
I don't have any conditions. So I have nothing to clear by spending that one hold.
That's why you run a roll for the potential.
Yeah. I'm not gonna miss. Oh, good!
Hey,
I got a 7. Whee!
I would like to point out, had that been a 9, I had a way to spend team to get you to the 10.
How kind of you.
No, because basically, what Cal would have done is Cal would have found a way to put a small little communicator that Sync didn't know about and some sort of camera and be like, all right, the answer number 3 is A. The answer number 4 is B.
Help him cheat.
Write down what I say and you'll be fine. Cal is smart enough that he won't get caught.
No, he is. He doesn't have to worry about getting caught. He's not at school.
Nope.
Okay, I passed and did
I
well.
graduated when I was 12.
This cheat device was self-destructing.
What? No!
I suggest you get out of there now.
By the way, yeah.
There's a time limit on this test, by the way.
Right. Okay, so...
Yes, and 5 minutes later, your ear will self-destruct.
So you may clear a condition, and you're going to take +1 forward on your next study roll. So just write that down if you ever choose to study again. Okay. So you take the exam. You know the professor's up there, and or the teacher. It's high school. The teacher is up there, and her name happens to be on my list of names here. Miss Hanson. Science teacher, chemistry teacher. She collects all the exams and whatnot, and sends you on your merry way. That's the last class you have of the day. So as you, I don't know. So she's collected all the exams. Bell rings. Everyone's leaving. What does Sync do?
Oh, Sync will leave as well immediately upon finishing the test.
So, are you the kind that goes to their locker after this, or do you just head out school?
Books. Mm-hmm. He probably would immediately head out of school. Okay. Because I don't think he had anything important that he would have left in the locker at this point. It's Monday. He's got 4 more days.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to laugh at the commercial I just saw. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
So Dunkin' is putting out a commercial for their new plant-based sausage patties.
Oh.
So, if you could have any celebrity in the world be advertising to be something plant-based, who would you have?
I have no answer.
They had Snoop Dogg.
Of course.
Snoop Dogg because it's plant-based.
Yeah, I
I love it!
I was going to say Al Pacino because of Dunkachinos.
Yeah.
But
yes, but come on! Snoop Dogg!
I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Ooh,
Cheech and Chong? Can I have Tom and Chong? That would have been sweet.
Cheech and Chong, Willie Nelson.
Sorry, we've taken this off track.
Drop it like it's high. Yeah, no, that's the yeah. We cut to the lab, and for some reason, Cal is just blaring Snoop Dogg. Drop it like it's high. Drop it like it's high. Drop it like it's
I
high.
think Cal's blaring that.
Apollo's blaring that.
So anyway,
Cal pretends to hate it, but he enjoys it.
Right. So, Sink, as you are leaving, you hear someone call, Harvard!
He turns around.
Well, it's your classmate, friend, Owen.
Oh, he should know to call me Palmer at school.
Palmer, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Nobody calls him by his first name except teachers.
Gotcha, okay.
And Cal when he's mad.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
So, it's your friend, he's a lynx. He walks over, it's like, hey man, how you doing? How did your test go?
Oh, I totally passed it.
Did you get the best grade? He nudges you.
You want me to have the best grade in class?
I was just asking if you did, bro.
Absolutely not. Because if I did that, everybody would be looking. The trick is to fail on purpose, just enough.
Yeah, keep your grades up though, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta keep it right above the drowning line, but, I mean, if you keep it low enough, nobody has any expectations.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear everything that's going on at the hospital yesterday or over the weekend? Like, I saw news reports. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, no, I was too busy, studying? No, what happened?
Oh, just reports of the attack, an assault that happened on this hospital, and, like, I guess a doctor is missing or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Jeez, that's crazy. They
Yeah.
get the guy who did it?
They caught some lizard.
Well, the police did? That's sweet.
I don't think it was the police. Because by the time, according to, I had the radio on. According to one of the reports, he was pretty much unconscious when the police got there.
Oh, I get it. Must have been some of those really cool superheroes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they caught the guy then. Great.
You really didn't hear about that?
I was busy. Things happen.
Okay, bro.
What? Where would I'm not going to read the newspaper like some square.
It was all
I'm
over
not going to be
everything.
at home. Yeah.
So I got a question for you in the out-of-game question for me. GM question for you.
Yes.
What would your third period class be?
Biology?
I mean, you've already got chemistry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why am I on science? Third period class is going to be English.
English, okay.
English.
English.
Yes, English.
Because Owen looks up at you and says, so are you ready for the English test on Wednesday?
I mean, I feel pretty ready. I speak English all my life.
I don't think that's what it's going to help with.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Mm-hmm. If you need any help, let me know.
I will. Are you ready?
Dude, I have the best grade in that class. I'm fine.
Oh, sweet. That means you can afford to slack off with me and go to the arcade.
Nah, I actually have a club meeting to get to.
Ah, lame.
Hey, the chess club only meets once a week.
Ah! Oh, fine. Have fun getting kinged and such.
That's checkers.
Right. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just testing you.
Pats you on the shoulder. It's like, talk to you later, Zink. So I said, if you need help with that test, call me.
Yep, I will. Take care, Avery.
Owen.
Owen, darn it. You're my friend. I know your name.
Okay. So you walk out of school. Or whatever. Whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm definitely was walking out of school and...
So...
Yeah, easy on that.
To turn the page, the next page, we're at Cal and Apollo. We're in the laboratory. Explosions were happening on the front cover. What are you doing now?
Well, we get the same view that is like we get the view of what would be Apollo's Twitch stream. So you get the game overlay, which Apollo can let you know what game being overlaid, and then you have cat cam, and in the back you still have. At this point, now that Cal understands what's going on behind him, this isn't anything important research because he's sort of hit a wall on the DP50. So he's just sort of, at this point, playing to the crowd, where the explosions you hear in the background and the damage that you hear him yelling are all part of the show. Because each explosion is a different color, and it's random, and it's colorful, and it's great. And he's just playing to the crowd at this point.
He's a reformer.
Right.
I'm just setting up for Cal to eventually go star, okay?
That's right.
Apollo, I need your tail!
You can't have my tail.
Either you're going to give it willingly or I'm going to come and take it.
You're going to take my tail off of me?
No! Just come here for a minute.
Apollo
Or I'm going to come to you.
Apollo hits a button on the stream deck and the be right back screen comes up.
So
what?
Well, you see, if it just and you dip and you take your tail, you just gonna dip and twirl and look, tie dye.
You feed me. That's the only reason why you live today.
Also, Cal goes over, like, nudges his foot and hits a button underneath the thing, and a drone flies. It's now the camera facing them, and you look and your stream's now back on and go, look, everybody, tie-dye cattail!
the viewer count is increasing.
This is good for the food. Fine. As Apollo jumps down,
scritchy.
As Apollo jumps out of your hands, he does put the back claw just a little bit firmer into you with the claws.
You know, that's not very nice, Apollo.
Neither's tie-dyeing my tail.
It's washable and will be gone in 5 minutes. Here.
It's washable.
Slides over a thing of water. Dip your tail in that, you'll be fine.
It's a cat. That's not how they clean themselves.
I know.
He paws at it and then just knocks it off the table.
Okay. I mean, if you want your tongue to look like you just licked a Skittles bag, be my guest.
Apollo puts his headset back on. It's just like, I hate him.
Then you hear him clucking. By the way, speaking of that, what candy should I use next for the cannon?
Ooh.
Because you're just gonna bury sinking it again, right?
Oh, that's a good idea. Reese's.
Ooh, I do love Reese's. Ooh, frozen Reese's.
You might as well just shoot hockey pucks out.
Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the explosions. Go back to you. What are you playing? What is this game you're playing?
Something about a dragoon. I don't know. Some legend. I didn't read the title. It's just pretty.
Yeah, I mean, there's the guy in red armor and the green armor, and is that chick in silver armor?
She's in armor.
Is that armor? I can't. Oh, that's not armor. Oh, that's. Is this stream rated at PG-13?
I should jump in at some point, but I don't care. Cal, at some point your phone buzzes.
Cal, for the record, I can't do it right now, but Cal is kind of beat red.
Right. Cal, your phone buzzes with a text message, just FYI. It's from your father.
Oh, what's it say?
It says, "Hey Cal, Mom told me that Daniel is feeling pretty weak today. Wondering if you might just be able to stay home and kind of keep an eye on him."
Shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. Apollo?
What?
Can you go cameraless and have a guest? It's Daniel.
Oh, he scratches really well. Yeah.
So, I'll be right back. Gonna run upstairs.
Mm-hmm. So, you knock on Daniel's room. You don't really get an answer because you definitely just hear him.
Open the door.
He's dead asleep.
You know, I really shouldn't be surprised, but it is it's like 2 in the afternoon, bud, so...
Actually, it's after school, so it'd be like 3 or 4.
Right.
Your father did say he was feeling really weak today.
I know. Hey. Poke, poke.
Huh? What?
Poke, poke.
What? What's up? Huh? Oh, Carol, hey.
So, question... Thank you for coughing on me.
Sorry.
It's okay. Question. I know it's been a bit of a rough day. Do you want to come back to the shed and play games with Apollo?
Oh, that'd be really fun. Oh, I don't know. I'm not feeling all that great. But, that could be fun, though.
You don't have to. You can just sit there and I got the couch. You can lay down on the couch. He'll sit there. You can scratch his ears, sleep if you want to.
Yeah, he kind of starts to sit up, and he looks tired, but he's he's
hey, don't worry about that. I'll ring it down. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Basically, full on, make sure blanket's extra tight. Mm-hmm. Pick him up.
Ah, yay! He looks happy. He looks happy, but tiredly happy.
Yeah, exhaustedly happy, like the kid who has to get up super early to go to Disney.
Right.
Come back down. Trudge across. Paulo, can you put the BRB screen up there for a second?
Yeah, it's up.
Cool. Goes. Oh, can you move that pillow a little bit higher? Please. Thank you. Also, please pay no attention to the explosions that will be going on behind you. It's all part of the show.
The camera's off, so...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
What explosions?
Oh, these ones. He goes over and...
Ooh! That was pink. That's cool. That was blue. How do you do that?
Science.
Is that dangerous?
I mean, if you're right there when it explodes in your face, it'll probably hurt a little bit. I mean, I've never tried it. I mean, I'm sure we could convince Harvard to volunteer to get his face right next to it for.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Is he coming over? We could play. We could all play Smash together. Forward. That'd be great.
I mean, I can text him, see where he is.
Yeah.
Whip out the phone.
Wait, hold on. Does Daniel know that Apollo can play video games?
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming Cal has definitely put the stream on before.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, me and Apollo could take you guys all day again. It was fun.
Okay, first of all, I don't play video games. Second of all, he does it to make money. That's kind of cheating, Daniel.
But it was fun.
Hold on, let me text Harvard. Whips out phone. I don't care what your plans are. You've had new ones made for you. Daniel has requested your presence. Something about Smash and... I don't know. Just get here.
Harvard texts back, 5 minutes.
You have 3.
So we're actually going to continue with Harvard,
and I only say that because I know he can teleport.
Right, exactly. So the comic's going to just kind of move to follow Sync. So I know where Sync's at, but what do you do to get there?
Well, first things first, Sync was actually going to hang around the school a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he was kind of going to be lurking around a little bit by the windows, not too far from his class.
Okay.
So he could see his teacher kind of grading their papers.
Oh, yeah, no, she's not grading there.
Ah.
No, she's
Teacher's lounge?
Take-home person.
Ah.
Because she's gone.
Little nuts. He'll be disappointed that he couldn't mess with her. So yeah, he'll get the text. Then he'll kind of sigh. And he'll do his little teleport dance, where he, teleports into a portal and
Yeah, blue skidoo, we can too.
eventually he walks through the wall in Caelus' place. And he kind of cracks his knuckles and goes, "Okay, I can beat you scrubs up."
Before you do, I promised Daniel that you'd help us with something. So, here, take this. It's just a big bowl that looks like some sort of weird chemical in it. He hands you a lighter. Just look down and light it for me.
I'm actually going to pierce the mask. Because I'm a naturally suspicious person against this.
Okay. Go ahead. You really want to? Nope.
So, you suggest this for Harvard? He's like, "Well, you did help me to study, I guess." Sure. So he looks down. He says, "So I just do what again?"
Hold on, before you go, Daniel, can you pick a color for me?
Purple.
Okay, reaches in. All right, 2 drops. Just light it.
Okay, and he lights it up.
Poof! Big cloud of smoke right in Sync's face. When it dissipates, he is a blue fox from the neck down and a purple fox from the neck up.
Or Sync, and you just see Apollo's tail just kind of droop out. They've been torturing me too.
Yeah, his tail is back to being black again, so he doesn't know.
And Apollo looks back at it, and now he's angry because he thought it was colored, so he's like, "Whose tail is this?" So he's doing the aggressive attacking his own tail.
Aren't you supposed to be like a highly advanced life form?
But it's not my tail!
I told you it was temporary.
Gotta catch this weird foreign tail. Hold on.
Daniel, would you help him, please? If you want to. Apollo, will you let Daniel help you catch the foreign tail?
Sure.
Sync, meanwhile, is rubbing his hands over his cheek, seeing if it actually stains his hands or something.
It does, and it's water soluble. Here.
Oh. I don't know. It's not a bad color.
Purple looks good on you.
I'll keep it for now.
So Apollo's now staring angrily at Daniel.
Actually, no. Actually,
my tail.
He reaches over and
Six gotta take the water, but
tries to help you up.
Why are you grabbing my tail?
He's not. He's trying to just help you out with whatever you wanted to help out with.
Yeah, which was
trying to catch my own tail.
Which is his own tail.
Yeah, so he grabs his tail.
Because it was your tail, Apollo. You didn't believe me, so I had Daniel grab it to show you it was your tail.
Oh, okay. Apollo just does the whole twirl around one more time and just curls up in the seat.
Yeah. Also, at this point, Cal goes over. No, not that door. There's the one. Pulls out a bag of temptations. Here you go. Ooh, Daniel, take these. You'll have a friend.
Apollo, hold still for a second. I'll help you out with your tail.
My tail's fine.
I thought your tail was still rainbow colored.
No, it's been there. It's been gone long enough.
Oh, I thought you just indicated it. Never mind.
No, it's the reason he was chasing his tail because it was back to being black because he thought it was tie-dyed.
Oh. Okay, never mind. There goes my good deed for the day. Sorry, you missed out.
Also, so Apollo and I were talking about the gun in the car, and Reese's.
As long as it's not being used on me, I don't care what it is.
But the question was, frozen or not?
You don't want to kill somebody. Use frozen.
Oh, but installing the thermocore...
Should be easy for you.
It will. I just don't want to have to take out the grease monkey tools again.
We have a grease monkey?
And after last time, Apollo won't let me put him under the car. We get a flashback that's just Cal and Apollo both in mechanics outfits, and they're both under the car, and we just get the whoop, and Cal went the wrong way on something and just liquid, just thankfully just water, but just all over Apollo.
The mechanic suit already sounds adorable, even if I can't see it.
Isn't it, though? I mean, let's be honest. Chammy just like, all right, Apollo in a mechanic suit. That's on the list now.
I mean, it's SWAT cats. It's already been done. I'm sorry.
It basically is SWAT cats. Oh, I love that show so much. Every time I try and put it on, Apollo doesn't like it, though.
Oh.
Says they're not realistic cats. Like, he would know.
Right.
How old is Daniel again? I just gotta remember.
Daniel is 8.
8. Okay, thank you. Trying to figure out how an 8-year-old's gonna act here.
Oof, good luck. I barely knew how to
He's
act.
probably asleep at this point.
Well, you know, with all the goings on, he's getting a little more energy, and he looks over. Can we play games? I want to play a game before I fall
He
asleep.
said he wanted to play Smash Brothers.
Yeah, let's play a game.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second.
That was just Cal, and the normal TV that Apollo plays on slinks back into the wall. We just get the of the
Oh, I thought it was
wall-sized
the
TV.
GameCube launching.
No, it was the wall-sized TV. Welcome to issue 3 of Caelus, where we spend time pranking the animals and playing Smash Brothers.
Exactly.
Best stream ever.
We'll be with you next week when who knows what happens.
These Animaniacs.
It's time for Animaniacs.
Exactly. Okay. So,
Caelus cute and Harvard.
right.
Apollo packs some snacks. Other GM places.
Nora's gonna be so sad he missed this. So, so Daniel,
I didn't.
No. Good. So, so you all want to play games with Smash with Daniel?
Indeed.
Cool. So I have a thing for this.
Oh,
But
no.
you didn't. I did.
Oh, I do. Playing games with Daniel. When you play video games with Daniel, roll plus mundane. On 10 plus, you have a great time, mark potential. On a 7 to 9, you have a good time hanging out but not really playing the game, take plus 1 forward. On a miss, Daniel beat the ever-loving crap out of you at this video game. Take a powerful blow as you were beaten by a sick 8-year-old.
No, my mundane's -2.
My mundane's -1.
Mine's a -1.
Oh my God.
I would like to phrase mine as Cal purposely lets his brother win.
Right? So the one who actually gets the 7 to 9 is the one with the -2.
Also,
But
the actual gaming.
that delicious double potential.
There you
Because
go.
Cal let his brother win.
Right.
Oh, that delicious double potential. By the way, that is another advance.
Nice.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. I cleared it up. My bad. That was a different character I was looking at.
Powerful blow, right.
Yeah.
Took me a second. So, how bad is this powerful blow going to be? Not that bad.
Not that bad. Boxcars.
But
You
that's
died from
good.
embarrassment. Okay. I think I have it. OPT. You want me to do it?
Hold on. He's gonna tell me which one he actually wants to do.
Oh no! I didn't scroll down far enough.
No, the 6 was mine.
I see that now.
You rolled
Oh
12. Alright, so powerful ball. 10. You must remove.
lost to a sick 8-year.
You must remove yourself from the situation. Flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
The only thing that makes perfect sense is that Six gonna say this game is stupid and he's gonna teleport away. So remove himself from the situation. But
Oh.
it's the only thing that makes sense.
No,
unfortunately.
I get that entirely. Where do you go? Just like outside or something?
He was gonna go like kind of sulk on the roof.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, because that makes sense in the fiction.
So Meadow's like Star Fox and everything?
And Daniel's kind of chuckling, saying, "Oh, he'll be fine."
He does this every time.
Yeah, I know. That was fun, though. Thanks, guys.
Always.
Oh.
Now you gotta end the stream because it's time for dinner.
Well, you see Daniel's just like his eyes are just like collapsing and drooping at this point. He's clearly expended as much energy as he possibly can.
Yeah, Cal just sort of looks and just, I will figure this out.
Oh, I know. You're my big bro, and I trust you.
All right, Apollo, what are we eating tonight?
Tuna.
Fresh out the can, or?
Oh, you have fresh tuna?
Text sync. Hey, if I pre-order something, can you pick up some sushi for Apollo?
Sig takes his time before texting back. And then he texts back, only if I can have some too.
Well, sure.
Okay.
So Cal will text in a sushi order.
Woo!
Name the place. Name it. What's the place's name?
Well, hold on. With about four tuna rolls for Apollo, whatever the heck Sync wants, and then Cal, being the good little boy he is, has vegan sushi.
Well, what's the name of the place you're getting it from?
I can't name the place I just thought of. That's horrible.
I think I know where your mind might have gone.
Yeah, I totally did. It totally did. I'm so sorry.
I like South Park too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
Think of a cleaner option.
I'm trying.
Ha! I got one if you don't.
Give it.
Walk in the park.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a place up here called Walk and Roll, but
Okay. Nice.
I like that one better for sushi. Walk
for the
and roll.
record,
It's so much
for the
better.
record, I will type in here what I thought of initially, which actually wasn't what you were going for. I don't believe so, but I used to have a shirt that said this, and it was very much inappropriate.
I don't get it.
I kind of do. So, alright. So, orders placed. Sync, I assume you go get it?
Yep. He goes there to pick up the order, nice and quick like.
I mean, it's there. You get it. The person behind the desk, like, yeah, here's your order. It's like this big takeout box. Boom.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Come again.
Wait, do we tip you guys?
It's already paid for.
Oh, sweet, cool. Okay, thanks. Come again. He's got to teleport out. Have a roll. Have a piece or two as he's like on the way over. Then he arrives back in the lab, carrying the tray of sushi. I come bearing sushi.
You wanted fresh tuna, Apollo. I can deliver.
Apollo, as soon as he sees
That.
yeah, exactly. That.
Nice.
Perfect timing, Temper.
Indeed.
Fluffy.
Very nicely done.
Timper's asleep in the bed. That was fluffy.
Perfect timing, Temper.
So, I'm assuming you guys are gonna eat. And
We're gonna
stuff.
sushi out.
Yay!
Big question is, do you guys use your chopsticks or not?
I'm a cat. I lick it until it's eaten.
It's not wrong.
It's
Cal
very
is so good, he double chopsticks.
show
I
off.
figured you just invented a robot that fed you the sushi at this point.
There are some things that cannot be automated. Sushi is one of them.
There you go. So, while you guys are eating, when you're close to done, I should say.
Okay.
Also, we do get a close-up of, I'm assuming Apollo gets Cal back, and while Cal isn't looking, just takes his claw and just puts all of the wasabi onto one sushi, so we just get...
Yeah.
Take a picture.
That happens.
So, sometime, not when you're totally finished, but at some point, y'all start hearing a loud ruckus going on outside. You hear, Sink and Cal will both hear loud meowing, like screeching and whatnot. What Apollo is going to hear is the voice of Althena screaming, "No, get away from me!"
We have to go outside.
It sounds like somebody's killing a cat out there.
Probably just Athena.
Yeah, it's Athena.
Athena, yeah.
Cal's gonna, as he walks out, he's gonna hit a button, and not the full suit, just one of the gauntlets is gonna show up.
So,
You think we're gonna need it?
So you get outside, and the scene you see is Athena is actually in your yard. And she says, "Yeah, I agree." And she is staring another cat like in the face. This is not anyone's cat per se. It's a neighborhood cat that y'all seen before, and this male cat is basically stalking her as she's got her back arched, like claws out kind of thing, and just screaming at him like, "You creep, go away, leave me alone!" As she actually tries to swipe at him, and he just paws her right in the face and just scratches her face.
All right, Cal hits a button on his gauntlet, and we just get sometimes it's the simplest combinations that work. And we just see what looks like two clear gases going into the gauntlet, and he's created a water pistol and squirting the bad cat.
So what would normally happen, being a cat and whatnot with water, it would run off and everything like that. Instead, the cat turns towards you, looks at you, and his eyes are glowing, and he hisses really loudly, and arches his back, and looks like he's no, in fact, he does just pounce directly at your face.
Whoa, okay. Trying to defend him?
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah, putting a portal up so I can surprise to redirect that cat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, rolling to defend.
I mean, it's a cat. I didn't want to use my freeze bombs or anything like that. I figured the water gun would work. I
get a +1 because I'm defending Cal, so yay.
Yay, influence.
Oh, dear.
So, your portal, what it does, he jumps through the portal, and instead of, putting it around Cal, it puts it right in Cal's face. So, Cal, I need you to roll and take a powerful blow.
Just...
Right, yeah. Yeah, the portal, flings him directly at you.
As much as I'm enjoying this, I'm going to have to do something about this.
Oh,
no! Cat scratch fever, anyone?
Cat scratch fever. So I have an idea for how this works. I'll let you get to the full details of it.
Okay.
But I'm going to choose lose control of myself and my powers in a terrible way.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought process here is cat on the face. Cal can't see, whipping. I'm imagining the cat's tail hits one of the buttons on the gauntlet.
So that happens.
I will let you figure out what chemical combination happens.
Well, so that happens, right? You had the water cannon loaded up, right?
Yes,
so,
I was combining hydrogen and oxygen. We had H2O happening.
Right. So, what happens with that is that the cat hits a button, and your gauntlet starts just water just exploding like crazy, and it blasts, like, you basically have your gauntlet like this when that happens, and you just get smashed with this onslaught of water with this cat.
Oh, good. I'm glad you went with that.
Right.
Because I know what I would have done, and it would have been worse.
That's fine, indeed. I don't know if I should have you mark a condition for that or not, but that's hilarious regardless.
I mean, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, probably.
I'm angry.
Yeah. So, but that does knock the cat off of you anyway. At this point, Athena kind of runs over towards Apollo real quick and says, I don't know what happened. Like, he's normally not aggressive at all, but he just started, like, trying to on me, and I didn't want... He's not normally like this.
Well, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Apollo is going to unleash his power.
Can I ask?
I thought he was going to purge the mask.
Right. Can I ask a question before we get there? Have we actually entered battle against a dangerous foe as a team?
Cal thinks so.
I think so.
Six more confused than anything else.
Cal is clearly engaged in dangerous foe.
Right.
I don't know. It's a cat. As far as Apollo is concerned, it's an aggressive cat. He's like,
I mean, we can see his eyes are glowing,
dangerous.
but
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway because I feel like this is a perfect time for this. Because I just want you to go into battle against a dangerous cat. So who is team leader here?
Apollo speaks cat.
Apollo speaks cat.
All right, Apollo. Do you have influence over everybody on the team?
No, I have influence over Cal only.
Okay.
Really?
That's what I show.
Does everybody have the same purpose in the fight?
Oh yeah. I want to get the cat off of his face.
Cat's off of my face.
Yeah, cat's off his face.
Okay.
There's a bad cat thing going on. We're gonna fix it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Cat punching
all
is Cal's goal.
Right. I will take that. Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Ill-prepared or off-balance. I'm going to say you are because you weren't exactly expecting a random house cat or a random street cat to jump at your face.
Yeah, we can't understand his language either,
Exactly.
so we're kind of not prepared.
So
I'm pretty sure angry cat is a universal language.
It is
that's also
true.
So you have 3 team in the pool. All right. So Apollo, what were you doing?
All right, so Apollo is going to unleash his powers.
Okay.
And the way this is going to work is, well, I'll describe it, then I'll roll.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. He's using pause strats. And so what this does is it actually, he has his device that he brought with him.
Mm-hmm.
It immobilizes his target
Oh.
Oh!
temporarily for him to get a better pounce on.
Gotcha.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that's what happens. So what does this device look like? Tell me what this looks like.
It's just his collar.
Oh, okay. So you paw at a button on your collar or whatnot, and whatever happens, like Brutus, this cat, is now just stuck. It's like just kind of like can't move his legs or whatnot. So he's now a frozen-ish in time cat, apparently.
Cal, do you have any of those cages that you use for like animal experiments in your lab?
I don't experiment on animals.
Right, which is why the cage should be empty.
You do. You experiment on my tail.
That wasn't an experiment. I knew what happened there.
The point, do you have cages in your lab?
Just the cat cage I used to bring him to the vet.
We can use that. I'll be right back.
But
Stick is
you
gonna
have
teleport.
fleas.
What was that?
Huh?
You might have fleas. I want that in
We
my...
can sanitize it. It's fine.
Ew.
Stig's gonna teleport back into the lab to grab that cage.
How long is this freeze thing supposed to last, anyway?
Just like one turn.
Okay.
I know we don't really have turns, but
right. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Works enough.
So Cal's over there recalibrating his gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And he just points at the cat and just looks at Apollo and goes, "Either you do it, or I will." And
So Apollo
go ahead.
So Apollo is going to jump on this cat's back and sink his claws into it and do something.
All right, roll to directly engage.
Ooh.
All right. Pick one.
Hold a second, though. Oh, no, plus wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a 7.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to resist or avoid any additional blows.
That is a very good choice. Okay. So, hold on. All right, so you do that. He, cries out. It's like, in surprise, because, you jumped on his back, whatnot. What does he do in response? One sec. So, so what he's gonna do, so you're you jump on his back, you clawed him, whatnot.
Yeah.
He freaks out, kind of rolls and, swerves away, and he looks panicked. He looks feral, wild, but he looks panicked too at this. So he starts basically running in a very, very not only aggressive but just like angry way towards Athena. Like he's about to just completely pounce on her.
Can I do my dramatic answer?
Go right ahead.
Where I was as he's running towards Athena, bounding towards her, Sync's gonna teleport up out of a portal from the ground with the cage to kind of trash can this cat with it.
Okay. What in the world would that be? Directly engage?
I would say defend in this case.
Defend.
You're either defend Athena or directly engage because just mobility.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so either defending Athena or that. Yeah.
Let's see. Defending or directly engage, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I would probably... Yeah, it's not a trick or criminal mind. So yeah, I'll probably do the directly engage, I guess?
Okay. Roll plus danger.
Yeah, I don't get any kind of bonuses for this, so let's rock. 7.
All right. Pick one.
Alrighty. Well, what I want to do is I'm trying to trap him in this cage.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Take his freedom.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Take something from him, his freedom.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
So, you put him into this cage thing. And he's, just wildly thrashing about.
Yeah.
This is, the most... amazingly, rough thing you've ever had inside of one of these holders. And he starts meowing, and it's loud. Somehow, this is way louder than you've ever heard before.
Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Pushes the thing, reaches into a pocket, pulls out a device. I got this. Comes over.
Hold on. Before you go that, though,
Oh.
Sync, I'm just gonna have you mark a condition because your ears are now ringing like crazy.
Okay.
That's a blow you didn't avoid. Go ahead, Teach.
So I'm gonna pull a device out of my pocket, come over, click upon things, and just stick it on the cage.
Okay.
I am using Always Prepared.
Right.
With a noise canceller.
A sonic dampener. Okay, yeah.
It's dampened.
Yeah. So you put that on, and somehow it envelops like a sound barrier around this thing, And he's still thrashing about wildly, but now you can't hear anything.
Apollo's up there, putting his ear up there. What'd you say?
Like,
Okay.
So, yeah. And that's the thing,
We
Apollo...
we just get a picture of the inside, where you just see the middle claw slowly come up.
That's right, yeah.
But it's blurred out because it's a comic book.
Right. Apollo, even though, like, you can understand other cats and whatnot, he has not actually been saying anything. He's basically... This is the most feral of an animal you've ever seen before. Like, in your time here.
Apollo...
What's he been saying anyway?
No idea.
What do you mean
He's
you have
not
no idea?
speaking cat.
So at this point, Cal's gonna sort of scooch down and go over to Athena. Hey, everything okay?
She, like, is shaking, terrified, whatnot.
Come here.
She
Come
kind
here,
of...
it's okay.
Yeah, she kind of rubs up against you, and then kind of, like... She then kind of pads over towards Apollo and, like, hides, like, next to him.
He's fine. He's just checking on you.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Run inside.
But it's not that she's scared of you. She's just terrified right now.
She's just terrified.
He's probably just shaking still in my
Right.
arms.
Yeah, no, because she
Run
like,
inside the lab, come back out. Another bag of temptations.
She's walks over and while she's doing that, by the way, she kind of drags her tail against, like, under, like, Apollo's chin as, like, a come follow me.
Come hither.
Yeah, come hither, as she pads over to see temptations and starts eating. Oh, and before she does that, she rubs up against...
By the way.
Yeah, nice. Before she does that, she rubs up against your legs, Cal.
Scritchy.
I'm good. I had tuna. We had sushi.
I would've
Hey, you
brought
guys are
some
fooling around, by the way. I need a tranquilizer, Cal.
Oh, hold on. Catch, and don't let it jab you.
What? Jeez, turning the cage.
I almost want to have you roll...
I
I almost want to have you roll to defend to see if you accidentally get stabbed with that or not, but no, it's fine.
I can roll to,
No, it's fine. So I feel like Cal wouldn't necessarily be that careless.
No. He says, don't let it jab you, knowing full well there's a cover on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
You wouldn't put a needle in a position where it could get contaminated before you stick it in
No,
something.
you definitely would not.
Yeah.
I love the fact that this entire time Daniel is sleeping in the shed.
Oh,
by
yeah,
the way.
yeah, he's out. He's just out.
Which is, and half the reason he has the tranks on him is in case Daniel's having a night.
Right.
They're
Makes
specially
sense.
designed to not interact with any of the drugs you would have to take.
Nice. So,
Well, Sig's gonna catch that shrink as best as he can, like, use his teeth to take off the nub at the bottom and to the cat inside the cage through the bars.
so he like screams and whatnot, and then slowly kind of starts to calm, and then just kind of flops onto the cage.
I was gonna admit, for about 5 seconds, I didn't think that was gonna work on him. So, I am very glad.
I will say this, Cal, you noticed this? It takes much longer than it should to wear it.
Actually makes sense considering this isn't an animal tranquilizer.
Right.
So,
Well, even like with that though, like, you think it takes a while.
that's interesting. And why would you think it wouldn't work there, Sync? I've got plenty of options. Looks. Yeah, we just get a close up of him looking at, and it just a row of different tranks says Daniel, Harvard, Apollo.
Wait. First, that's creepy.
Why do you have tranks for me?
And me.
Because you never know when you might go feral.
I take offense to that. But I didn't think it would work, because I don't know if this thing's actually from this planet. I thought he was one of yours, maybe, Apollo.
Well, also, to be fair, I will have you notice, as he opens the vest, pulls out the 3 with their names on it, there's nothing in these.
Why do you have them?
Why not? I'm always prepared. You have to be prepared for everything. These are empty right now. That should tell you I trust you.
You still have them. It's... Doesn't matter.
Open the other chest. I also have ones you can grab to zap me if you need to.
Ooh, okay. Good to know where those are. But no, he's out, though, at least, so there's that.
Okay,
Chunk.
Let's try and figure out what the heck's going on. Let's get him back in the lab.
Make sure you strap him down first.
The thing is actually following you very closely.
Apollo, can you make sure she's okay?
She seems fine.
My owner's gone. I don't think he's coming back today. He packed a bag, so I think he went on a trip for a couple of days. It happens a lot, but I don't want to be alone right now.
No, that's fine. I'm sure you can stay with Cal. And me.
You
have your girlfriend over, Apollo?
Apollo, she's not asking me.
She kind of nuzzles up against you, but she is still, like, frightened. You can feel that, but she also is clearly also using that as an excuse to get close to you.
So Apollo leads her into the house. There's the bed. Go lay down over there. He's already on my list. Do you want to be on my list too?
I got you, Apollo. Hits a button. Another door opens, just a myriad of cat beds.
Oh,
nice.
That's where you keep all those.
Yes. Right next to the closet full of Roomdas.
Always prepared.
Roomdas. Apollo slinks into that closet real quick. There's toys in here.
She looks at all these beds and just kind of like you obviously Cal, you can't understand her, but she looks at you like with this head tilt, like it's clearly asking, why do you have this many?
I figure Cal would be happy seeing multiple places that are invited to sleep on.
It's not that she isn't, she's just confused.
Yes.
Well, she's a cat. She's not gonna sleep on any of them. She's gonna sleep on the armchair on the couch.
That's the thing. Like, you got 12 beds, you'll still sleep on the couch.
Right.
Yep. Oh, it's like, yeah, you buy all the cat toys, what do they play with? The bag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right, General? I know you're down there, I just felt your tail. I will tie-dye yours, too, if you keep it up.
Nice.
Get him, General.
For the record, be thankful we got the cat in the cage, because the combination I was planning on sticking him to the fence with orange sauce.
Oh dear, General
Wait, what is on your goblet? Well, that's a combination of cider vinegar, soy sauce, and orange marmalade.
It sounds delicious.
Look at what PT is giving us right now.
Roll to unleash your flavors.
I'm actually trying to think of where I'm going next with anything. Sorry.
So
we're going to
GM
and delicious, baby.
Right.
I think the GM just took a powerful blow.
Potentially.
So I also love how we established that this shed just keeps having more and more drawers and closets for things.
Right. Like this shed is suddenly like actually just an annex to the house.
I mean, I'm setting it up to be my sanctuary eventually.
Right, yeah. So, one other thing that you guys all noticed, Althena does have, like, these claw marks scratched on the side of her face.
Okay.
Oof.
Apollo, I know she can understand me, but I'm just going to have you translate anyway. Tell her if she'd like, I can take a look at those and at least, get them all sanitized up and at least,
He wants to fix you up.
She like, oh, cool, thanks. She, like, nods and walks over to Cal and just kind of does that little sit-down thing, and she looks straight up at him.
So, we get the next comic panel of him. You're not sure where, but you normally see Cal, like, the regular scientist robes. You're not sure where the heck, but he's now in a full-on, like a veterinary robe here.
Ooh, I was thinking Dr. Scrubs.
Yeah, it's Dr. Porter with a little cat symbol underneath it. And you're not entirely sure where the hell he manifested.
Always
That's the
prepared.
cutest thing to picture.
Right?
Yeah, by the way, I'm restocking my always prepared.
I figured as much.
Yeah. So he's just like, all right, this is going to hurt a little bit, but I've diluted as much as I can. Just a little... Scritchy, 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 scritchy.
She smiles. It's weird. She's like the most cooperative cat you could ever possibly think of.
Yeah. Just sort of look. Apollo.
What?
Is like, if you could just be like this, we would have so many less issues.
But
I mean, this right here, if you could do things like this, then not only would we have all the stream stuff going on, but, there wouldn't be any of the other issues that we run into. This would be a great... you should take lessons here. And this is me...
he'll be taking lessons.
This is me procking logical angle.
Ooh.
When you comfort or support someone by rashly pointing out their mistakes so they can do better next time, roll superior instead of mundane. If they don't open up to you, mark a condition.
So do you roll first, or do I?
I roll first, and I have influence, so I get a +1. Womp womp.
So,
Well, you snake eyes.
I snake eyes. That's the second time I've done that.
not only does that happen, but Apollo throws this back at you. If you weren't the one making poisons, we wouldn't have these problems.
Oh, okay, hold on. Whenever you are confronted by your shame, either mark a condition or superior down and danger up.
Oh, no, he didn't.
I almost think that might be powerful blow work.
No,
But he has a thing for it.
Oh, that's right. That's your thing. You're right. I forgot.
So I'm going to mark insecure.
Yeah.
Sort of look.
That's your thing. I forgot. Yeah.
I didn't. You know damn well I didn't make a poison. You know this. Just you can see like when he goes back to dab Athena's, you can see his hand is doing this. It's shaking.
She can. She looks at Apollo and kind of almost gives this sad little frown, like she knows what. Like she doesn't know, understand what necessarily just was said, but she understands that he said something that made you sad.
Sync's actually going to speak up as well. He's going to say, Cal, he was just shaking your chain. We know you got it covered. Don't freak out so much. You got this, okay? He's trying to comfort and support.
Roll it. I kind of want you to fail this.
Well, do my status effects affect this?
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna be
This
bad.
is comfort and support. That's exactly what
Are
it
you
goes
angry?
to.
Yes. I got screamed at.
Yep. He stops dabbing for a minute, turns around. Slowly. Harvard, if I had this, none of this would be an issue. He would be fine. The doctor would still be around, and the kid at the hospital wouldn't nearly have lost his arm. So no, I don't have it!
Well, then get it, so we can take down this, strap down this whatever cat beast we got, because we need your brains to be calm. We can't even shake it all around at a time like this.
I don't know what the hell that is, and I highly doubt it's got anything to do with DP50. I'm not a vet. I'm a chemist.
All right, fine.
Athena meows, trying to cheer the mood up in the room.
And if you'll excuse me, I've got things I need to go do. And he just walks into the back room and just the door shuts. It's the private lab.
Right.
Zink's gonna groan. He's gonna start strapping down this cat to the medical table. Because if you leave him in the box, he's just gonna break the box. So.
By the way, would me going off on both of them like that be considered hurting someone important?
I'd say only if they took a condition from it.
Okay, nope, fair enough. I figured I would ask.
No, I appreciate that, but yeah. So, okay, so you're in this private part of the lab. What did you go in there for?
Well, what I went in here for is because I'm doing a couple things. I'm partially is to try and just to do some experiments to try and figure out more stuff with the DP50. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, this is the private lab. This is the locked one. No one gets in here. I am blowing stuff up in here, basically, just to release some tension. This is me flinging myself into easy relief to clear hope.
Fair enough. Aww. Yeah. That's fine.
Because that was the condition that I marked.
Yeah.
From the shame. And it's just like, nope, I'm just good. Nope. You fucking...
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So, meanwhile... Sig and Apollo.
Every couple of minutes, you just hear boosh. Boosh.
So Sig and Apollo, you guys are out there. What do you do?
Be nice and quiet, because it's that awkward thing.
Right.
So, this thing's like strapping this cat down. So, Apollo, how old is your lady friend anyway?
I don't know. How old are you?
Boom!
I'm sure at this point Athena is just hiding under the table from the explosions.
Actually, she oddly doesn't seem to be too scared of it, if only because she lives next door to you and is used to hearing that by now.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's always like this.
Obviously she's a little closer to it, so like at first she gets a few like head looks, but it's like, oh, so that's what that is.
Yeah, that's a thing. He gets like this when he gets frustrated.
You guys hear the vents have turned on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's clearing out the smoke.
Right. So Athena,
he's clearing out the smoke. No, he's not clearing out the smoke. He's filtering the smoke into you guys because the last explosion he just did is totally smelling like sulfur, so he wants y'all to enjoy it too.
Oh.
We have sensitive noses, by the way, jerk.
So Athena actually pads over to you, Apollo, and she looks at you and says, "You're really brave. Thanks for helping me."
You're welcome.
No, yeah, you just jumped right into action. I've never seen anyone just do that like that. You were really brave to help me out. Thank you so very much. She is actually attempting a label shift on you. Okay. That's your savior up and your mundane down.
The mundane can't go down, so I have to reject.
Okay.
Roll flat.
Yep. Oof.
Even I can't help with that.
No. So
I can give you a +2, but that's not going to help.
That's not going to help, right? All right, so let me think here.
On this, the words hit you hard.
Yeah, words hit you hard. I don't have to shift the same labels, though, do I?
Nope. Because it's on a miss, the words hit you hard, the GM will shift your labels accordingly.
All right. So, she was trying to say how you're not, like, normal, you're different, but how you take that is, well, she doesn't think you're necessarily as helpful. She thinks you're more dangerous. So, that would be danger up, savior down. This is how you take it.
Okay.
If your cat friend is trying to say how awesome you were, by the way, Apollo, take the compliment. Because that was still pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was fine. It's a normal day.
Yes, the smell now shifts from sulfur to strawberry muffins.
Ooh. Okay, keep that one coming.
So, as you are all doing this, the cat now strapped to a table somehow is starting to stir and wake up.
Cal? You just hear the scratching on the door.
Sing tries calling through the vents. It's time to be the smartest person in the room.
I'm the only one in here, and I already am.
Our friend is awake in your lab.
We just get the onomatopoeia, just the symbols.
Uh,
That was me mouthing it.
Right.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
Fairly
Ralph, get out here and help this thing.
pretty please.
Oh, we're
Hold
putting it
on,
in your bed.
Hold on. Poof! And as the door opens, at this point, just smoke just comes wafting out. And Cal is sitting there with oven mitts. I think I burned the muffins.
Aww. I was looking forward to some muffins.
I thought that was just a fake smell that you put out.
I didn't know you baked.
He's a
I
chemist. It
don't.
makes sense. Oh.
But apparently I don't. Yeah, we get the close. We get the look in, and there are 2 destroyed regular ovens and like 4 destroyed easy bake ovens in there.
You couldn't do the easy bake? Oh no!
No, he was trying to figure out. He was trying to weaponize the easy bake.
That's why we smelled sulfur.
Yep, that's exactly why you smelled the sulfur. It's because he was trying to weaponize the easy bake oven. He might have been able to do it. You're not sure.
Do you feel better, Cal?
No, I burnt the muffins.
I suppose that's a fair point.
So what do you need me to do?
Our cat buddy here is starting to wake up. And I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I suspect it's going to be loud, meowy, and probably in need of more tranquilizers soon.
Nope, we're not going to need tranquilizers. Opens up a cupboard, reaches up to the top shelf, comes up, pulls out a test tube.
What are you going to do with that?
In the test tube, it looks like, to a chef, it would look like oregano. To a stoner, it would look like weed. To a cat owner, they know it's catnip.
We should know. We should all know what this is now.
Yep. Pulls out a second one, throws it to sink. You're going to need that for those 2.
Oh, yeah.
Opens this up. Sprinkles a little in front of the sleepy cat.
Oh, when he opens his eyes are still glowing. So he's still, like, basically insane. But he's strapped to a table, so he can't do much about it.
Right. All right, hey. Apollo, can you come here for a minute?
Yes.
Sink will get you catnip afterwards, but I need your collar.
Oh, okay.
So he pulls the collar off, hits a couple of buttons. The collar extends longer, and Cal snaps it onto his neck. Takes the sound device off of the cage, clips it next to the collar, hits a couple of buttons. Let's hope this works.
What are you going to do? And I hope it's what I think it is.
It's exactly what you think it is. I just made a cat translator.
Yes!
Okay.
So basically, the thought process is the meowing comes in through the collar and comes out as normal words through the speaker.
Oh.
Okay.
And I can reverse engineer to do the opposite too, to translate for me if I need to. But I have Apollo to translate for me.
Right.
Go down. All right, hey. Got a little catnip here. A little chin scritchies. It's okay. Everything's okay.
If you go even to try to touch him, he tries to bite you.
Hey.
He looks angry, and he doesn't look even in control of himself.
Cal, I don't think that's a normal cat.
Probably isn't. But let's see what we can come up with here. All right.
So your translator, you know it works because you built it. It's not picking up anything.
I know it works as I can hear because every time I hear it.
Right, but it's not picking up anything intelligible. Like, he's not saying words, even in cat language.
Okay.
Except after a little while of this, you do get like enough of a word to be able to piece it together. Just one thing. You just hear him screaming, "Attack."
Hold on. Pulls off the collar. Switches off to a different thing, moves over, goes and grabs what appears to be a UPC scanner. And just...
Okay.
That's a text scanner.
Text
Is there any
scanner?
sort of control chip?
Oh, technology.
No.
Yep.
No, you do not sense any technology on him at all.
Okay.
No!
Put
No,
that
no,
on-
no, 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 no. That's wrong. That's wrong. You do find something. But it's not a control chip.
It's a tracking chip.
It is a tracking chip.
Pulls this up. Well, shit. Sync,
Yep.
take this,
Okay.
and drown it somewhere deep.
Okay.
Hold
No,
on.
what?
Before you do that, pulls the thing. Okay, now you're good.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back. And Six teleport out to take that ship to the nearest lake.
I mean, you do that. That's
Yeah.
that's no
So
problem.
that scan was the 3D scanner to get all the information.
Right. No, I figured as much. So,
Like, just because Cal's a chemist doesn't mean he doesn't understand technology.
right. So this tracking chip is quite...
He's not.
Quite-
I'm actually not looking at it right now.
Okay, my bad. I thought you were.
No, he scanned. No, because he's going to pull up a third gun,
Fair.
and he's going to scan. This one is a chemical scanner.
So... You...
I love the look on Sig's face of, why does he have all of these?
It's like, wow, it's like you are always prepared, but it's like Batman here. It's like, I got shark repellent. Go!
Yeah. So...
Wouldn't it be better to make it all into one device?
I mean, that seems kind of silly. Why would you just have one device?
I know, right?
Yeah, that's
More guns.
right. So
Need more stuff?
you need more stuff. Anyway, so your chemical scanner definitely picks up there's more inside this cat's bloodstream than just normal cat blood. Like, there is something foreign inside of him.
Alrighty.
And
This is
there's a
something
lot
I
of
can
it.
do. This is something I can do. Time to mix around. Nobody's squeamish about needles, are they?
Apollo immediately dives under the bed.
And Six not even there.
I think it just watches that and it's like, that's weird. What did he say?
So you're gonna see one of the syringes that he's going to sedate the cat again.
Mm-hmm. So he's out.
He's gonna pull out another syringe, draw some blood. Go ahead and do a couple of tests. One, what blood type? What cat blood type it is?
It's not whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Cat is blood type C.
It's O positive.
It is now.
Man, I didn't think of it first.
So actually, yeah. So it is AB positive, or AB. I'm sorry.
Pause.
Yeah, positive. Yeah. No, AB.
I love the fact that that's the one that Nora draws the line on.
Which is AB, which is actually exceedingly rare in cats in the first place.
Ooh.
Alrighty. I can reverse. So he's going to, first of all, try and determine what is in this.
Mhm.
He's going to set that study to go. And then he is going to open up He's gonna go back into the back lab, open up the freezer or the fridge, and be like, no. There we go. Vial of blood. AB positive cat blood.
Nice.
And the reason he has this is because at the time when he first got Apollo, he didn't know what blood type Apollo was, so he just stored a bunch of different cat bloods.
Right. Makes sense.
So we're going to set up a chain to drain the bad blood and add in the good blood.
Okay.
I am giving the cat a blood transfusion.
Yes, you are.
Holy cow!
No cat.
Holy cat.
Sink's gonna, by the way, like, he's gonna be reappearing as you're doing, like, the whole blood transfusion thing. And he's just gonna be kind of looking at that. Like, he's got a soda maybe in one hand. He's just like, what are you doing?
Would you like me to roll always prepared?
Please. Okay, so that happens.
Basically, just assume while I'm in the lab, I'm constantly restocking my gizmos and gadgets.
Right. It's like... So yeah, you appear into this, what is now a blood transfusion station. By the way, Daniel is still completely asleep.
Huh.
For all of this. I don't know if you have, like, a separate, like, lounge room that doesn't have the like, in part of the shed or area.
No, he's on Apollo's streaming cap.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah.
No, it has camera access to the lab, so
That's
we've
true,
seen
yeah.
this.
That's true, yeah.
You were very ready for this.
I'm always prepared. This is why you don't give me toys.
Yeah, or we do.
Or why we do, yeah.
So, question for you, Cal. Do you think that whoever's tracking the tracking trip is probably still following it?
I mean, more than likely, it's not that hard to find. I mean, I have the best car on the block.
I'm wondering, like, if I put it inside, like, say, a fish or something in the lake, if that might throw him off for a long while.
I mean, it depends.
Fish in the lake?
Well, I mean, they're not very good fish. But
You didn't bring me a fish back?
More importantly, you know what they say, right?
it's sushi. What's that?
Carpe diem.
I'm getting mad that I did not think of it first.
Even Athena is shaking her head at that.
Floundering over here for puns.
Eventually, we'll get you to change your tune.
Never.
I'm just gonna sit up here on my perch.
Yes. The high ground. Oh, wait. Hey, darn it.
Perch is a fish!
It is!
It is, yeah.
Ah,
I was gonna say, like, that's the thing around here, Lake Erie Perch.
I know!
I mean, it just takes a different school of thought, I guess.
I mean, eventually we'll finish.
No.
And we scared away the 2 viewers we had.
I mean, we've all got the same porpoise anyway, so,
Oh,
Well, you can't win them all.
ouch! It's starting to hurt.
Just starting to
I was
hurt.
gonna say,
Yes.
starting?
Is there a sturgeon in the house? That's terrible.
Yep.
Yep. Okay,
Anywho, no fish for you. We had sushi.
so how this blood transfusion thing, like, finished. So what do you do with the other blood, I guess?
Oh, I'm saving that for study.
Okay.
It's got a big DNU on it.
Mm-hmm.
DNU. Do not use?
Yes.
Okay.
So, that takes however long it's going to take. I don't know. And once you finish that, and the tranquilizers start to wear off, Brutus starts to wake up again.
So, collar back on. Hey there.
His eyes open, and now they're no longer glowing anymore.
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Hungry.
We can do that. Opens a can of tuna, puts it in front of that, grabs 2 more, opens one for Apollo, one for Athena.
Of course.
Right. So it kind of still...
For the record, I also want to point out, instead of a water bowl, there is a constantly active water fountain for the cats.
Nice.
It's the best.
Nora has sent me a picture of this so he can post it to everybody so you can see the fountain that they have.
Oh, I gotta see this. What's this?
This is the fountain.
It's standard issue for cats. I had one for mine for a little while, too.
Oh, really? Gosh, I don't have a fountain.
Cats naturally like learning water. Just makes sense.
Yeah.
Our cats actually, we're getting one of these. Our cats jump into the bathroom, into the sink, and demand us turn the faucet on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, General is not like that.
Yet.
Yes. But, so yeah, that's they have. But Cal will take a small bowl and put it in front of the barber here.
Oh. Nice.
So is he all better now?
Well, I think whatever they infused him with, we'll have to figure out what it was, but I have an idea.
So it takes him kind of a little bit to kind of realize there's food underneath him, but he does start to eat. I think it kind of looks
all kinds of like scritchy.
Oh yeah. He's very calm, if just not confused.
If he's been shot with 2 tranquilizers today, he better be calm.
Right, and then there's that too.
So Cal will wait till Brutus is done eating.
He finishes, and
For the record, he the first thing Cal did once he realized the cat is no longer strapped.
What was that?
The cat is no longer strapped down.
Okay, good, yeah. So he finishes eating and just kind of collapses back onto the table. It's like,
Hey. So, do you remember what happened?
remember what?
What's the last thing you remember before here?
Gang was hunting streets food. Something grabbed me. And then I woke up here.
Okay. Well, you're safe now. Do you want to sleep on that, or one of those? He points to like the bajillion soft kitty beds.
The moment you say sleep, he just sleeps. Just like
Okay.
right there.
Cal will pull one down and just... Mostly because he needs his lab table.
Right, yeah.
Did you get anything out of him, Cal? Like, did he say who did it?
He said the group was hunting for food and someone grabbed him. Athena!
Athena pads over.
Do you know anything about a group he would be hunting with?
She nods. Oh, this is this posse. A couple of cats he hangs out with all the time.
Do you know where we'd find them?
Oh, alleyway behind our houses.
Okay.
Please tell we're going to interrogate a gang of cats.
Well, I'm not.
Oh,
You guys are.
you guys.
They're not going to respond well to human. They're going to respond well to 2 cats and a fox.
It's worth a try.
Here. You're going to need this.
Don't collar me.
I'm handing
Thanks.
it to you.
Got it.
It needs to be around someone who speaks English
Right.
for it to be able to translate to English.
For the record, what color is this collar?
Paulo, what color is your collar?
Blue.
Okay. Sink straps it around his neck. It's like, nobody better see me with this.
Apollo hits a button to take a snapshot. Also, Apollo jumps up and hits the little bell on the front. Starts...
I like an emo kid at school gone wrong.
Cal looks at Apollo, and they just give the high five.
High five.
But then if you want to stay here, it might be better.
Do they know you, Apollo?
No.
Do they know you, Athena?
I mean, you've seen them around before. Not that they know you per se, but I mean, they're street cats, so you've
If you have
seen
to,
here and there.
offer them to come back here for food.
That's a lot of cats.
Depending on how many there are. If there's 14 of them, no. But if there's like 2 or 3...
Okay, we'll give this a shot.
I mean, I'd prefer to not have... to not turn into the neighborhood vet.
Well, Athena's actually going to go with you anyway.
Okay.
Especially because she's like, I know where they normally hang out, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so you know these guys pretty well then, Athena.
There's another reason that Cal isn't going.
He's got to watch the cat?
No, it's sleeping on the couch.
Daniel.
Oh, yeah. That kind of thing that's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Our left mission, yeah.
Alright, so Apollo, Sync, and Athena are all walking out. She's kind of leading you toward down the alleyway and whatnot. And it's not too far into it, but it's definitely in the darker part of it. Because it is starting to get evening outside. And there's like this area like by a dumpster. There's like a couple of cardboard boxes that are underneath like a big, like in between like underneath a building. It's got like a big awning and whatnot, so like water doesn't actually get on them for the most part. And she kind of meows out a bit, and after a few moments, actually a little bit longer because she has to keep coaxing things out, 3 different type of alley cats all just kind of like slowly pad out from different spots around. They all kind of gather around together, and they look over at you guys like, what's going on?
It's not 14.
No, it's just like 3 of them. Like one of them, and a kind of a brownish cat, thin fur. He's the one that first steps up and just kind of says, "Who are you? And what's going on?"
Apollo, this is your territory.
What'd you say?
Well, which one of you is TC?
That's me.
So you're the top cat?
Yep. Well, second.
So who's the top cat?
Brutus. He's missing.
Oh, okay. Did you see any weird humans around here?
Well, yeah. Well, no.
Oh, any weird not cats, maybe?
Yeah, there was this big, scaly thing came. He grabbed Brutus.
Scaly things. I wonder if it's like one of those lizards. Where did he grab him at?
We were hunting down a couple streets down for food in a different alley, and pulled like just came out of nowhere, and Brutus cried out, but then he didn't say anything else anymore, and then he was taken, and we're all just kind of scared.
We all hungry?
They all look at the 3 of them look and nod.
Here, come back with us. We've got
No.
Brutus.
One thing though, first, before we take you back and show you some good food, can you show us like exactly the alley or the street where that all happened at? Because it's kind of important to us.
Oh, sure. So the 3 of them like kind of lead you, and it's about a block away. But they lead you to a different alley, and this alley is a lot not as well kept up.
The rough side of town.
Not the rough side of town per se, but it's not a great alley. So it's there's just a clearly more garbage is there that hasn't actually been taken, and probably a little longer than it should be. You guys like they lead you to an area. It's kind of like right like at the corner of this alley, where you walk out and there's the street, whatnot. They kind of stand right there, and it's like this is where he's taken from. We didn't see where he went to, but they just grabbed him and then Because we turned around, we were down there. They kind of point towards their, with their heads, down there. We were down there. Brutus was looking to make sure no one else was coming. And then the scaly thing grabbed him.
Huh. Must have been really scary.
It was for us, because we've never really been without him before.
Well, your TC is doing fine.
Hmm?
We found him, we're feeding him, and we'll take you guys to him. So thank you for showing us the alley.
Oh, of course. You know where they all gather around you, you know where he is?
Yeah, it's with the food that Apollo was mentioning.
Oh, okay, that'd be great. One of them looks at, they're so hungry right now. Yeah, we haven't eaten anything ever since he got taken.
Oh, right, because you guys didn't hunt.
We were kind of scared, we just ran home.
Jeez, cat politics are hard.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, Apollo, you promised these guys a meal.
Yeah, let's go feed them.
Alright, come with us.
So, while you guys are gone, we're going to cut back to Cal, right after you guys left. So what's Cal doing?
Cal is, at this point, he's probably seen the cat gang around, so he knows how there actually are.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to have 3 cans of tuna already prepared.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So he's got that. He's section into a little cat mode. He's going to get Brutus over there in the corner of one of the beds. He's got 3 other beds. Water, tuna, all set up for them. He's got the little corner ready to go. Fully understanding that part of his lab has now just turned into a veterinary hospital.
So while you're doing...
Yes, Cal has just become a crazy cat lady.
There you go. So while you're doing that, you get a text message. This text message doesn't have a return number attached to it, doesn't have an identity attached to it, doesn't have any text. It's just a single file.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
It's an image file of a chemical breakdown. You don't know why it's sent to you, but it has basically the chemical makeup of some kind of compound.
Of what? You cut out.
I said, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. It's a picture of a chemical compound. Not one you've ever seen before, but you can make sense of it because you're the chemist and whatnot. But you would have no idea necessarily why it's being sent to you. But
yes, but my first instinct is, does it match the chemical breakdown I just got from the blood of the cat?
Oh, not only does it, but it actually expands it out enough to the point where you don't need to do much more research on it. It drew out every single part of it. You not only know what it is, or
you know what it does.
You know what it does, and you know how to counter it.
Okay, so this is a serum that induces feral behavior while being able to be... Okay. But if we reverse engineer here, reverse engineer there, we can, in theory, create an antidote here. Oh, beautiful. Let's get the centrifuge working on that. So, by the time you guys get back in, not only is the small, the testing centrifuge is going, but the big centrifuge in the back lab is also...
Did you get bored while we were away, Cal?
No, someone sent me the chemical breakdown of whatever the compound in Brutus was, with enough of an extrapolation for me to be able to craft an antidote for it.
That's convenient.
Yeah, but I couldn't trace it back. There was no return. It was just literally the file with this breakdown. I've never seen someone be able to do that with a text message, leave no return address, no nothing.
I mean, it's kind of like the message that was on Daniel's phone, I'm guessing.
Did you tell him about that?
I told you about it, but I didn't tell Daniel.
No, did you tell Cal about that?
Yeah, he told me about it last time.
Okay. Oh, that's right, yeah. So we got that. Interesting. But yeah, so in theory, if we come across this again, we should have antidotes for that, but this looks like quite the motley group of fur babies. Who are all at this point, I'm assuming, just going to full town on the tuna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the moment they walk in and see the cans ready, they just dart.
You're welcome.
He just looks, welcome to Caelus, Crazy Cat Emporium. How can I help you?
We need more cats.
No, we don't.
You just want an army of cats riding the Roomdas. And yes, I'm officially canonically calling them Roomdas now.
To battle!
I am not making you all individualized suits of armor with weapons. It's just not happening.
Oh, it has to.
Maybe for Halloween.
Yes! Sweet high five. So, Cal, we did find the alleyway, apparently, where Brutus was nabbed. So we can go check that out at some point.
Okay.
Give a closer look.
Who or what nabbed him?
They said some sort of a lizard guy, which matches up with the person that we tangled with previously.
Yeah. Boop. Hey, cats. It's a screenshot from the guy they fought at the hospital. That looked like the guy who took Brutus.
They look at it and they shake their heads.
Okay. So
Who's it meeting?
that one.
One of them says, kind of like.
Oh.
Scale.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that, though.
So potentially Saurian in nature.
So, could be a friend of his, could be a coincidence, but I don't know.
I don't believe in coincidences.
I'm not a fan of him
Whoever
either.
sent me this text sent me it for a reason.
Just like the person who sent it to Daniel's phone. I wonder if they're the same person.
More than likely they are.
So,
how do they know what we're dealing with?
That's a better question.
I think the more important question is, why do they want me to have this? Why do they want all this information to be known? What's their end game? That's the question. That's the plan.
They want you to succeed for some reason.
I mean, not that I
They're setting
need
up
the
a
help,
trap.
but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it could be a trap too.
Or it could be somebody who wants to move in on somebody else's territory is using us as a monkey paw.
I hate not knowing what's going on.
How do you think I feel?
I mean, you're making an antidote and like figuring out the blood cure. It's like you know exactly what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. 5 minutes ago, I didn't know what was going on. Like, with the information I would have been able to extrapolate from the blood, I wouldn't have been able to come up with this.
You mean this guy's better than you at the chemistry thing?
No, he had more information to work with. I had a corrupted sample that had already been metabolized halfway through the bloodstream.
Oh. Okay. So he really may be smarter than you.
Cal, there is something you do notice about that image, by the way.
What?
There's a little logo on the bottom.
Oh, what is this logo?
That's the thing, you've never seen it before.
Can I enlarge and enhance?
Oh yeah, you absolutely can. It's just it's a very strange it's a circle, and inside the circle is a triangle, and inside that seems to be like 3 what you would only describe as like claw slashes. But it doesn't remind you of anything you've ever seen before. It's definitely like not a brand name or anything like that.
It definitely reminds Cal of something he's seen before. He's played Spirit Island. It's obviously the Beast Power symbol. Gosh, it's sharp. Guys, it's Sharp Fangs. Run!
Right.
Wait, no, he's
Why tigers? Oh no!
Unexpected tigers. No.
Let's see what happens here.
Right.
He found his totem.
Oh, God.
Well, we have a logo at least.
So
Yep.
with seeing the logo, You just
Oh, hold on, give
Apollo
me a
hits
second
button,
here.
the table flips over and Spirit Island appears on it.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyone
Also,
forget?
you know it. As long as I can be a serpent.
Took you more as an Oceans player.
That too. Ocean's fine. Also, we see in the background before Cal gets going to button, and we get like, you know how you on the TV you have like the facial recognition software scanning to match people. We have that, but he's running through every logo in the world ever.
Yeah. It actually, I mean, you find things that are similar, but you figure that they have absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Right. No, he's looking for the exact match.
Yeah, you're actually
and
not.
He understands it's going to take a while. So
Right. Yeah, it's taking a long time, and it's not nothing at the moment. Nothing is popping up.
He's not expecting it to, but he would not. He would hate himself if he didn't, and it was easily came up.
Better safe than sorry.
So yeah, the spirit. So are we teaching Athena to play Spirit Island, or is she sleeping with the other kitties?
She's probably sleeping with the other kitties.
I mean, she's definitely.
Oh no!
Actually, hold on. I lied. We're not playing Spirit Island.
Okay.
We're playing Settlers of Cat on.
Mm-hmm. So Athena immediately noses all the yellow meeples over towards her side.
Although what?
Yellow meeples all to her side. That's what the tokens are called. They're meeples. Come on.
Yeah, she's ready to play.
That's fine. We can play Spirit Island. I just had a cat tan joke.
No,
Spirit Island makes so much more sense though, playing with the three animals.
This is true. You think we'll clearly play the shadows.
right.
Oh yeah. Cal is 100% playing as Ocean.
Cal, you do get another text message. Zzz, zzz. This is from your mother. It's like, hi Cal, we're running a little late. Hey, could you make sure the security system is working? I forgot to check it this morning, and the tape might need to be changed.
Well, since Cal is already prepared, and when he brought Daniel out, he made sure everything was working ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So he will double check just to be safe.
But
But he knows he turned it on.
right. And she's like, thanks. Ever since that incident 2 years ago where it just stopped working for him that night, I always get so worried about it.
We get a flashback to 2 years ago when the security system stopped working because Cal, out in his lab, overloaded the electricity.
No.
He's talking about a specific incident?
Yes, no. The security system didn't work the night your formula got stolen.
Right, no, yeah, because Cal overloaded the electricity.
No.
What he was doing, and that has also happened to be the same night the stuff got stolen. At least in Cal's mind, it's his fault.
Okay.
He feels he overloaded the electricity.
That's
part
fine.
of the facts.
That's fine if that's what he thinks happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's operating fine. Yeah, there's the tapes. It's all good and whatnot.
Yeah, everything is good here.
You've got and because it's you guys, you have hard drives of you've never deleted anything. You just have hard drives of
I've got 3 separate copies. I've got the drives. I've got secured intranet cloud storage,
right.
And I've got off-site USB drives.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm nothing if not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Fort Knox here.
No. Fort Knox has been broken into. My lab has not. At least not with everything running properly.
Yes.
Well, there was that one time.
Yeah.
I said not with everything running properly. And where were you, security? Oh, by the way, Two City.
What was that?
To what?
Too fear for killing that city. Nom.
So, as you guys are playing your game, Cal, your computer beeps. It found something.
Oh, this is interesting.
It is. I can't stop watching it.
The logo.
Yeah, we're 3 games in, and it's finally found a logo.
Yes. The logo is from... And it took this long because the news story it's attached to was just published 30 minutes ago.
Okay. This is interesting.
It's a news article talking about the unrest that's going on with the Citadel on the other side of the forest. And there's what's clearly taken with a drone, picture of what looks like a general. And on his
lapel?
vest, or more vests, I should say, because it's not like a normal, general like we think, but, this lizard tribe, there's that logo on his, vest.
Well, then, that's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, those guys are going to war with us.
I'm sorry, going to war with us?
Yeah, there was a news story the other day. They were talking about prepping for war or something. It was kind of scary stuff. I only heard half of it, but...
I'm sorry. Harvard.
Yeah. Don't. What?
Harvard. We fought against a lizard person at the hospital, and you failed to mention the fact that you read an article about going to people.
First, I didn't read it. I was playing video games, and I heard/half saw it.
Okay, you don't think that's something you probably should have led with?
I didn't put two and two together. Just because it's a lizard guy doesn't mean that he's possibly with them.
Okay, but we fought something in the hospital that was a lizard guy.
He would have had to have been kind of tribal, probably didn't look like he dressed very modernly, and maybe we have to be big and tough and strong like he lived outdoors forever, and let's go over what that guy looked like. Was he wearing
exactly what that guy looked like.
Why didn't you know any better? You're the smart one.
I don't have time to look into every newspaper article, especially not ones that don't concern chemistry or what I'm trying to accomplish here. So you probably should have led with...
All right. Fine, yes, I probably should have led for that, and I probably should have remembered it. So yeah, maybe this is related to those guys. Why do they want the guy from the hospital?
Probably to research whatever it is they're trying to do.
So, Cal, there's something else in that photo that catches your eye. If you recall, in fact you do, the footage you have of Dr. Hartford getting captured.
The guy who was in that footage.
The mustached human is standing in the far background, trying, they don't know the picture is being taken. He's standing in the far background, clearly talking to somebody who's even more important to the general than they're actually, focused on.
Well, gentlemen, I think I know where we have to go next.
We're going on a field trip?
Yep. Because, hold on. Remember the
camera? Favorite rocket ship?
No, Apollo, I'm not taking out the rocket ship. We've been over this. But, if you remember the camera from the hospital, from the binder, zooms in, blows up the mustachioed man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look familiar?
Him?
Yep.
Not really him.
He's the guy who was leading the charge to have the doctor kidnapped.
Oh yeah, he was. What's that to do with this? With these guys from the Southern Citadel? Those guys are kind of more lizard guys.
Yes, but this guy is working with the lizards from the Southern Citadel.
I see. So Cal, I just had a bad thought. You probably had the same.
Aside from all the bad thoughts you had about it.
Yes, aside from the ones I always have.
Okay.
So, if these guys are taking chemicals like the stuff you had, and they want to start a war with us, are they going to try to use your stuff to attack our country?
That's what it looks like.
So I have another bad thought. This is something I've been wondering about ever since we had that cat down there and you made the comparison between me and a bunch of cats. Do you think this blood serum stuff that made those cats go crazy will work on people like me?
There's one way to find out.
There are many ways to find out.
There's an easy way to find out. Can I take a sample of blood?
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot easier than I was thinking. Yeah, go for it.
I'm not going to inject you with it when I don't know the result. However, by taking a blood sample and extrapolating the formula that I have, I can very easily inject some into your blood and see what would happen.
Fair enough.
Which I will do.
Okay.
So you do that, and it doesn't react in a way that would make you think it's going to do anything, because as you've determined easily enough, there are different types of enzymes in basically bipedal animals, the ones that are more humanoid.
Right.
There are different enzymes in their blood and DNA and things along those lines that the chemical doesn't react to them like it does like the feral cats, in other words. You would do surmise that this would make somebody horribly sick, but that's about it.
Alright, so...
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Test me. I have an idea.
Okay, so anyway. So I can absolutely do that, but I just need you to do me a favor, Apollo.
Yeah.
So, can you explain to me the game you were playing earlier on stream?
It was Legends of Dragoon.
Takes the sample of blood while you're explaining it, knowing full well the cat hates needles.
Oh.
Very good. I like that trick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good trick. I will now test the Apollo's blood.
Apollo's from space, so I don't necessarily think he'd have the same anything as cats.
Right, that's
here.
the point.
Yeah,
That's the point.
yeah. So it does nothing to his blood.
So, I'm going to be sleeping outside for the next couple of days.
With a camera on your collar?
As bait.
No.
Why not? It's a great idea.
It's not a great idea at all. Putting somebody in danger like that is not a good idea. Even someone like Apollo who can take care of himself.
We could be watching him the entire time.
We
You have like
don't know-
50 bajillion cameras.
Okay, yes, we don't know what interference we will interact with when it comes to the Southern Citadel. We have no idea. We know that, yes, we can get into certain airspace with a drone, but we don't know what we're encountering on the ground there.
I said it was an idea.
Yes, it is an idea. It's not an idea I have to like, but it's an idea.
We'll keep it in the pocket for now.
Yeah.
So what's the game plan now?
Well, right now the game plan is to figure out how to not get stomped by Sweden. Because somebody had to roll Sweden on 6, Apollo.
Yeah.
Hey, the French weren't giving enough fight.
Well, they're the French. What do you expect?
Those of you who haven't played Spirit Island, you really should.
Even those who haven't played Spirit Island will probably still appreciate the show.
Oh, yeah.
Many of our viewers, I'm sure.
Except the French.
Yes.
Indeed.
But aside from that, I mean...
So, we're going to turn the page. And we're going to get that scene again with the dark figures. But you can see the mustached man at this point on the comic panel. And you see another figure say, I'll get you again. You see another figure off to the side say, test was successful. I don't know how useful it will be, but it was successful. And you see the mustache man say, I think that's foolish. No way that's going to help out at all. And then another voice says, yes, but it's one step closer. And with that, I'm going to end the comic right there. End of session moves.
All right. I take steps to make amends for my shame.
I mean, we really didn't face your shame all that much today.
He kind of
Right.
did. We did that whole thing with like the bacon.
Yeah, you kind of did though. So I mean, I'm good with saying yes.
Cool. Mark potential.
All right. So Cal will stay with you then. End of session.
This is interesting because I can see a couple of different things here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see growing closer. I can also see growing into own image.
Oh
here.
yeah, easily.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And he's gonna grow into his own image. I mean, he was science bitch today.
Right.
So superior up, mundane down,
Perfect. All right.
and all the pranks.
Apollo.
Apollo's growing closer to the team.
All right. Who?
What's Cal has no. Tim, do you have influence?
What happened?
Who, me?
Do you have
Yeah.
influence over me?
I do.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. So, yeah, I guess Cal would grow closer to Cal for taking care of all the other cats.
All right.
Okay. So for basically being the cat whisperer, freak up, superior down.
Okay, so what can't go up? Freak and superior, savior and mundane can't go down.
Oh, so I cannot. You are extreme.
Yeah.
I'm very extreme.
In that case, we will shift mundane up, superior down. Because you are the cat whisperer, and as a cat, you should be able to whisper to other cats.
Exactly. All right, and
Also, you taught a sick 8-year-old how to kick Sync's ass at video games.
right. Speaking of which, Sync.
Yay! I got salty this session. Hooray! But I actually feel like I grew closer to the team.
Okay.
Specifically because I was thinking, for once, I was finally able to understand what the heck Apollo, like, his cat friends are saying.
No, that's true.
I got to, like, have a little bit of a window into that cat world.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to grew closer a little bit, like, because of Apollo, because I got to, like, have a glimpse into kind of the stuff that goes on with those.
Okay, then. Paul, do you have influence over...
No, I did not. I do now.
Now you do? Okay. Well, guys, thanks for playing. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. For Noristra, Cham, and Tej, I'm LPT Lawyer. You all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time. Bye, alls!
Yeah.
See ya.